and organized. And it's good too because not too many special rules, and you can just get in there and start. And definitely with Prague, I've got a lot of really good things to think about scenario one and scenario two for a new player.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And then with Battles of Quebec, my family is associated with being up there in Nova Scotia. But we're
Okay.
chased out, and we settled in Massachusetts and Florida respectively. So I'm excited.
Okay.
Yeah, for both.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. And we are
Well,
at the
good.
top of the 920 turn
Yeah,
now. Is that
yeah,
where we are?
yeah. So, well, Bill,
All
if
right.
you have questions, so we have started the live stream as of about 30 seconds ago. But yeah, Bill, if you have any questions while you're kind of doing stuff, feel free to ask. You will be representative of all the other people out there in the universe asking questions.
You will be Joe Public
That's
for
right.
us.
And to be honest with you, this is how David got involved in our games. He was lurking on Discord and jumped in and surprised the devil out of all of us. Like, well, who's this? What is
Yeah.
this? What's this voice? This strange voice? And of course, as they say, the rest is history. So we're like, okay, great, good. You can take a position. Now you're in charge of the whole. What was it? The French left
Left
wing
flank
at
over there.
Borodino or whatever it was. You got
Right.
thrown into it there pretty quickly.
Well,
So
we'll see how it plays out. But four is even a more even distribution than three. So sure. Um,
well, good. If it goes wrong, then we can
Okay.
blame you too. So that's the other advantage.
Perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, as is traditional, I guess I will chuck some dice first. The Prussians get a +1 on the initiative. And let's go, shall we?
Yep. No, it looks like it's one for us,
Plus
and it
one doesn't help.
nope, and it could be a wing activation for us if we wanted to activate an entire wing.
Egad.
Egads indeed.
Do we want to? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, the only
Oh,
wing
you're
that I
right.
have is Veed, and so Lacey's here, and he's definitely within range of Veed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And Haddock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's actually within range of Haddock as well. And where's the king? No, where's Braun? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Bronze
5,
right
6,
here.
7, 8. Hey, we could do a wing if we wanted to. A wing and a
Without even
prayer
rolling for it.
without even
Now the
rolling for
question is,
it.
do you want to? And I have no idea.
Well, I definitely need to get my guys in some sort of position here. So
Yeah.
it would be helpful for me to get the wing activation, or at least activate
At
Veed.
least, yes,
Yeah.
certainly would totally agree with
Yeah.
that for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, you get some free shots at some disordered cavalry, and that is always a good time.
Yep, particularly since some of these are pretty big fat stacks there, so we'll get a
Hmm.
fair number of pluses. So,
That's right.
let's
So yeah,
see.
by all means, take it away.
Yeah. Why don't I do that? I'll take a wing activation then, and that way I can
All
get
right.
everybody in position, and then all the other activations we can get can go towards you getting your people where they need to be.
Which might even be a good thing at some
Yeah.
point.
So first off, looking at disorders, I don't think any of my wing activation, any of those guys are currently out of sorts.
No, just
Um,
routed guys, but nothing
yeah,
else.
yeah.
Right?
I think what I will do though is I think I will activate the. I'll activate these guys out on the north end of the universe too.
Grenadiers,
So my
that crowd.
grenadiers can take a pot shot before they get shot to pieces,
Mm-hmm.
which seems to be the flavor of the day.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we'll just start with some shooting. So let's start up in the north here,
Right.
and I've got 2 increments of grenadiers there and 1 increment of grenadiers there. So that's 3. and they are adjacent, and I think they're ×3. So no, they're
Four, aren't they?
grenadiers. They're ×4.
Grenadiers, yeah.
So that's going to be 12, and then I can add in 3 increments from that guy at ×2. So that's going to be another 6. So that's going to be 18. So that's 1.5 to 1 on the old fire chart. And we can take a look and roll some dice, see what we get. A 46.
Boy.
Nope, that's not good enough. I think we needed to get a little higher. It's just a little
more
R value.
betterness.
So, all right. So those guys will just kind of hang out there, and we will just mark them as finish, even though they look very Austrian.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe Swedish, but definitely not Finnish. I
Yeah.
don't see that at all. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Good. And that is that. And this guy, then I can go ahead and flip him.
What else you got?
Yeah, the other grenadier will just stay there. He's not activated, so we can use him to plug a hole.
There you go.
Okay. Other stuff. We've got these guns here. Can take a pot shot, I think, at one of these guys. We had a line of sight on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. There you go. Good man. Nope, that's clean. That's clean. It's only a leader in the way, so you're good.
Yeah. Okay. So
right.
we can fire them, and then we've got the other shooting. So let's do the 6-pounders. Those 12-pounders. 1, 2,
2
5, 6.
12-pounders.
At a range of 6, they are ×8. So that's going to be 16. So it's going to be 1.5 to 1. They've got the equivalent of.
You're hitting them in the flank.
Okay, 2 to 1. I like that even better. And then he's got the equivalent of 14 strength points there. So that will be a plus 15. So 2 to 1 with plus 15.
2 to 1 plus 15.
Oh,
Yeah, good shot.
that is about as bad as you can do.
Oh, I have done that today, actually,
Yeah.
within the last few minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
All right. Well, what can you do? You can't win them all. Let's go ahead and fire these guys then. So these are going to be grenadiers. 4 times 4 is going to be 16. So 1.5 to 1. And they'll also have a plus 15.
Well,
And
except it's 4 times 5 because, well, no, it's 4 times 4. It's 1.5 to 1, but move to 2 to 1.
Right, because I'm firing it on the flank as well. So
right.
2 to 1 with a plus 15, same. Here, let's see if I can roll better. A little better, but that's not good enough. I don't think so. I think you need to get in the. Yeah, that's a whiff.
Man, that's brutal.
All right, and then these guys are. I don't know what they are. What are
Probably
they?
Fusiliers.
Does it say? It doesn't say anything on their counter.
Doesn't?
Do we flip them over? Will it say what it says?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It says on the back, right?
Oh yeah, it's very
it says
tiny.
Fusiliers. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it would be nice if when you hover over them and it says 2/alt Colorado.
If they would include that in the name, I mean, that's actually something the Vassal module person could do, right?
But actually, all I've got is Grenzers, Grenadiers, and Fusiliers. So unlike, I'm used to playing the Prussians where we have something with quality.
More.
Oh well. So this is going to be just a 12.
1 to 1.
Yeah, 1 to 1. No, it's 12 to 10, 1 to 1 with
10,
a plus 15.
Still 12, so plus 15.
All right, so that's not very good. We're getting all those out of our system.
Yes, sir. Boy, just in time for him to get the 82s, the 92s.
Yeah, well, it's par for the course.
Yep, it is. I get it.
All right. Now I got to figure out.
A lousy craftsman blames his tools.
Yeah. Now I got to figure out what to do. He's got his infantry coming up.
I don't know. Vienna is south.
Yeah. You don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
Gosh. Well, So I can actually move away of sorts, maybe,
You
or
can move away because they can't upcharge you because they're disordered.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much you want to move, but yeah, you definitely can move away from them. They can't do a darn thing to you.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure
Yeah, I
out
mean, I don't know.
where to go.
You can back up 2 hexes without changing facing, but obviously that's going to be a little complicated because the way you're facing multiple different directions.
Right.
But you maybe turn and back up, and then back up some of the other guys, and just try to get yourself into a more presentable format. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
remember we got this gaping hole in the middle of the line, so it seems like moving back towards Lobositz is not a bad thing.
Yeah. No. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll have these two guys. They can do a line back up there.
All right, so that's 2.
Yep. So now we've got, so let me, I guess, disorder rules for,
If that's all you're going to do with them, then it is +5 disorder roll for each.
right. So if I went back 2, then it'd be a +10, right? It's
That's
+5 for
correct.
each hex.
That
Okay.
is exactly right.
All right. So we'll go with the top unit. He's fine. And the bottom
All
unit.
good.
Ooh.
Special
special
result
something
on
or
a
other.
movement disorder check. So what's that going to get us?
0-4. It says reroll with double all the original effects plus ER modifiers,
Wait a
if
minute.
any.
It does?
It says reroll with double all the original checks.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, Austrian. I was on the wrong column. Yep,
Yeah.
quite so. +10 then.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's see if we can do better. Nope. So they're going to be disordered, correct?
Ouch. Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, that's how the cookie crumbles, as they say.
Indeed.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Then we can. What are we going to do here? This is a little tricky of a mess.
So if you backed up,
Mm-hmm.
you could. I'm just trying to think. What are the other guys going to do? The ones facing southeast right now.
Well,
They could turn and slide 1 hex northeast. Cost them 3, right?
Right.
Turn, move, turn. That would still have them facing the right direction, but it means they would be here and here facing southeast. So then this guy probably would want to only back up the 1 hex and then probably adopt a hook.
Right.
So that he's facing everywhere.
Right. Yep.
And then we have a line that looks like this. That seems pretty fair.
Right. And now this guy, does he have enough to go put himself in a hook?
Oh, sure he does.
He turns 1, 2, 3.
Oh, well, yeah,
he
he
does.
only spent 3.
Yeah.
He only spent 3, and so yes, he could put himself in a hook if he wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah, because he should do that. Otherwise, he's hanging out to dry.
Right.
Let's see. Is that his right hook or left hook?
It's to be a right hook for him.
There we go.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
There you go.
And then this guy.
And that didn't even require anything heroic.
Nope.
This guy, though, is going to have to do a line back up in order to get away with the same thing.
Right. So
yeah,
1.
You could do that either way.
Yeah, and then
you
put
could
him
either
in a
just
hook.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
And that's
Right.
a left hook.
But,
Okay.
but he does need to roll disorder.
Yep.
check.
Yep. Here we go. Yeah, he's okay.
All good. Okay. Well, at least we're kind of starting to look like we have a line, and then you still got guys up here that we haven't done anything with. Well,
Exactly.
in fact, these guys haven't done anything.
Yep.
So you got all kinds of stuff going on.
I know. It's like a party.
Sweet. And I don't even know what these guys' story is.
Those were the poor sods that got. They had done
Routed
a charge
last
over
turn?
here. Remember? Yeah.
Oh, right,
And
right. Yeah.
Things did not go according to plan.
Another disastrous
Yes.
failure of something that should have worked.
Yep. So, let's see here.
Shouldn't those guys be flipped over underneath there?
Who's
that?
flipped over?
The cavalry that's sitting out there.
Oh yeah, they are facing
Oh,
upside
sorry.
down, which that doesn't make any sense. They're probably still that way from the close combat, I'd guess.
Yeah. Good. Okay. That kind of works. All right. We needed to get our guns back a little bit. So these guys will go here, and then they're going to unlimber, and they're going to face that away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and let's bring that other regiment down. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 here, and then 4. Get them to turn. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Get them to turn, and then these guns are going to back up.
Well, this is good.
Yeah, we have something
almost
that's
starting to look like a defensive line.
It is. It's amazing. It's a
It could
miracle.
happen.
It's the Christmas
Yeah.
miracle.
It is a
1,
Christmas
2,
miracle
3,
right here.
4. All right, we got everybody mostly happy.
And
All
then
right.
what are Haddock's boys doing?
Well, we need to have them cover these holes. So we got this guy who's back in our backfield.
Yeah, kind of awkward.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you want me to try to screen him or you want to blast him with artillery or how we want to try to deal with that. He's out of command, so he can't charge or do anything this turn, right?
Yeah, but really, since we got the first activation, why aren't we firing with whichever one of those is the stronger unit? What have we got?
Well, they're
there?
both 6-pounders from the looks of it.
Are they both? Are they?
Yeah.
I don't know why they. Yeah, they are. Okay. So and neither one's in the flank. So really, we could just fire one of them, I guess, because you can't fire both of them.
Yep. Maybe you can roll better.
Oh, now you're putting the pressure on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hex range. I think I've already done this once without any success whatsoever. It's 1 to 1, and what's the size? It's gonna be plus 15.
Yep.
All right, 1 to 1 plus 15. We'll go ahead and just do this one. We'll make him activated. 1 to 1 plus 15.
Well,
Plus
that's
15.
better.
That's not going to be enough. I only
68?
missed by 2. Yeah, only missed by 2.
Oh, yeah, because
Boy,
you need to
do
get
they.
70. Oh, well.
Yeah, exactly.
We can, next turn, or next activation, we shoot him with the next guy.
You know what, though? I'll go ahead and roll forward because that's how I roll. Because I got a flank shot next turn, except will have moved. But that's okay. Neither here nor there. We're going to hurt you bad. You're going to be sorry.
All right. So,
All right.
with Haddock's boys, we basically need them to plug the center, which is kind of what they're doing.
It is kind of what we're doing. I'm just trying to figure out what do we do with that guy behind us. I mean, does it make sense to back up and screen him the other way? Or does it make sense to stay where they are facing away from him? I'm just trying to figure out what to do with him. And you're right, he's out of command this turn.
Right.
Not necessarily in future turns. Although you can't trace command through his zone of control. So as long as those guys are between him and his commander, he'll never be in command.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, because I do have this guy. So we still have cavalry here. We've got a little bit of a line here. Yeah. I could always bring one of these guys. So this guy could go here, and then this guy could go here, and we could then kind of,
block him off
that way. And then this group of Kolrath's guys will then slowly take up this position here in the center, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if I'm just going to keep moving north with these guys.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, the victory condition is Lobositz.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm kind of reluctant to bring these guys too far forward.
Oh, yeah, no, it would make sense
why should I, right?
shove them into the town. So,
Right. So I think it's all about going north for our boys at this point.
Okay. Then that
All right.
is so. Then what I will do is I will I'll leave these two where they're at. Although maybe I could move this guy over, and that's going to take care of that. And let's not move Haddock yet. This guy could go here, and then 2, 3. I could put him over here like this and kind of have him pinned in place because he's going to have to
Good.
stop anywhere he goes. Or not.
Do you want to turn?
I'm going to turn this guy.
Yes, there
Yep.
you go. That in that case, yes, he's totally blocked everywhere he looks, which will be fun. Making him get out of his mess. That's perfect.
Yep. Okay. All right. We'll flip Haddock over. Haddock is done. Oh, so we have something that looks. And then does it make any sense to push these skirmishers out in front of our infantry line since he's starting to push infantry out?
I'm sorry, what skirmishers?
I've got some skirmishers back here in Lobositz.
Oh, interesting. Well, he's still got cavalry in the vicinity. I think I would tend to want to keep him up to the north so his cavalry don't just wipe them away, right?
So can the skirmishers retreat into an adjacent friendly unit or no? They're not like, is it like Lobositz where they can...
Well, remember, so when they retreat before close combat, you retreat 1 or 2 hexes. And yes, absolutely, you can retreat through a friendly unit.
Okay.
A friendly formed unit, you can absolutely. So if you are 1 hex in front, then if they wanted to charge you, fine. You just go ahead and withdraw, and then you'd have to roll the morale check type D after the end of your morale check, or after the end of your retreat. But yeah, you could certainly do that.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought it might be helpful since he's starting to move his infantry up. So 1,
yeah,
2,
if nothing else, it kind of makes him have to deal with something
5,
else, right?
6, 7. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Why not? I love it when I can't find my cursor. There it is. Okay.
Cool. All right, let's put a little finished marker on those guys. All right, and then Veed he's got everybody in command. Lacey's got everybody. I think we're good. All right, we will flip. All right, it's over to me to roll. Let's see what we get.
It is over to you. Yep, it is.
Oh, it's a 77. Hey, so did we advance the clock on the last one?
I was not paying any attention because in Battles for Quebec, you don't use those things.
Right. So we had a 12 before. Yeah, it was 8-4. Yeah.
Time.
Yeah, so that would have pushed the clock. So this just would have pushed the clock.
So we're at 2
yep.
on the clock now. Okay,
yep.
It is done. It has been written.
Yep.
So it has been written. Yeah.
All right. So that's 1 to me.
That's correct.
I got to figure out who's going next here. All right. All right, I think I'm going to do KA.
KA, okay.
is oh. Good thing I was paying attention because I had my alarm set wrong for the game.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
see. We've got William Orenz saying, hello to the Warriors of the Elbe from Kitchener, formerly called Berlin. I could see why they might have changed it there during the Great War. Named it
Yeah.
after Kitchener instead of Berlin, Canada. Grim Hardworker says, greetings. Never trust a Christmas miracle. Yeah. That's what my die rolls were. So we got the wing activation and it all went to pieces after that. So Grim Harbinger says, so Eric, what is the next Lobotai in the list after Moscow, given it looks like the battle is slowly approaching a stalemate? Actually, the battle's not approaching a stalemate. It's really getting very interesting. The French are starting to make some attacks on I guess it would be the Russian left wing, and the Russians have
Oh,
been
is it
kind
the
of
Polish coming up?
yeah, the Poles have come up, but they're kind of stuck in the terrain is terrible on that side of the map, so they're
Right.
kind of bogged down with all of that.
Okay.
And then the Russians have been kind of grinding up the French out on their left wing with Eugene. So
Interesting.
no, we're not done yet. But here in another month or two, we'll I think have hit our 1 year anniversary starting that game.
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. What time of day is it in the battle?
It is like 12:20 or something like that. So it's been 6 hours of battle time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good. We got a good group of guys. So
That's
yeah,
great.
it's getting to a point here where we may see, depending on how good or bad things go with the action. Um, something where we could say, this side's going to win or this side's going to win, or, it'll be a
Yeah,
stalemate
but
or
you're not
something
there
like
yet.
that. No, I don't
Yeah.
think we're quite there yet. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Good times.
All right, let's see what to do here.
What is the bad guy doing?
What is the bad guy?
Has he announced his intentions?
KA, I think, is going to take the activation.
okay.
That's basically this group over here. All right. So we will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right. So that's those guys. Who would I want? At what size does something become a big adds to it for target size?
So
What is
for
it?
infantry, if it's anything that's over 8 increments.
So, okay,
So if
over
it's
8.
7, yeah. So if it's actually anything over
8
7
or over.
increments,
8 or more.
8 or
Yeah.
more there's going to be some modifiers.
All right. And where does small start?
At
Small is
3 or
3
less.
increments or less.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 to 7 is your kind of happy medium.
Yeah.
And let's see. All right. How do I want to do this here? Let's see. And
What'd you decide?
Um, will skirmishers prevent your skirmishers from moving?
Well, what skirmishers?
How do you
My
mean?
cavalry skirmishers. If I exert a zone of control over your skirmish, will it
I mean, it
prevent
doesn't
your?
prevent them moving. I'm not
No.
sure what you mean exactly.
Well, I thought you had a cavalry had to stop when it entered a zone of a cavalry. Does
Right.
it
So
stop
so
moving?
if you move your cavalry up somewhere, right, then obviously if I tried to move through it, I couldn't. I'd have to stop, right? So if you were to put a skirmisher here, right, you'd have a zone of influence around there, right? So if I tried
Right.
to move there, then that would stop me.
Well,
But
what
if you
I'm
want to
asking,
move into my
what I'm asking is if I move a skirmisher here, is that going to prevent
no, I
this
can
one
still
from
move.
moving to here?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Let's take a look. This is so funny because this is taking me right back to the 1970s about locking zones of control. This is just a weird conversation. Here I am looking. And we're going to figure out 20 is where we want to find our answer. Page 20. EZOC, Effects on Movement. I read now from the Book of Movement, chapter 11, verse 9. Infantry and cavalry expend 1 additional movement point to enter an EZOC, even when they move from EZOC to EZOC. This cost also applies to any facing or formation change that is performed by a unit when all or part of it is in an EZOC. That's actually interesting and frequently forgotten. You do a facing change, it costs you 1 more if you're in EZOC. Of course, you often don't do it because you're going to draw op fire.
Right.
But there's another reason not to do it. Okay. There's no additional cost to exit an EZOC. Friendly units do not negate EZOC effects. Exception actions requiring all of a unit's printed movement points can be undertaken in the EZOC, provided the unit performs no other actions in that movement segment. So that was infantry and cavalry. So what does that say? Well, I mean, the interesting part about it is it just says it costs extra movement point. It doesn't say that you got to stop. Just extra movement points. Now, obviously, if it's other kinds of cavalry, then they can op-charge you, obviously. If it's other kinds of infantry, they can op-fire you. I don't really know what skirmish cavalry could do to you, which seems a little weird, to be completely honest, but I'm not sure what else they would do. Okay, here we go. Skirmishers, 11.9C. Along with paying the additional 1 extra movement point, skirmisher unit must pass a die roll check before it enters an EZOC. Roll 2 dice. If it is equal to or greater than the ER of the unit, it may enter the EZOC. If it's lower than that, it fails, may not enter the EZOC, and the movement ends immediately. This is not a disorder or morale check, for all that it looks a little bit like one. An illegal stack is possible if the unit's movement ends in an occupied hex. A die roll is not needed for the skirmisher unit to exit an EZOC. So, interesting question there.
So
I don't
if-
know that I've
so-
ever played a game where
Yeah.
both sides had cavalry skirmishers.
So given that this unit here, even though they're disordered, they still have an EZOC, right? David's guide is
at
back
that point,
here.
he would have had
Right.
had to roll to move into that.
So
hex,
if
yeah.
I'm moving from here to there, I'd have to make a
Yeah.
check. So
Yeah.
let me go
Yes.
ahead and roll and see
or
if
really
I pass the check.
anywhere to there, yeah.
Yeah. A 39. I don't know what they are worth. Let's see what they are worth. Flip them. Flip, flip, flip. 28.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, 28. No problem. Okay.
Okay. So they could then occupy that hex.
Right.
Cool.
So the interesting part is I think, as we discovered last week, that cavalry skirmishers are not permitted to initiate close combat. So if you, David, moved your skirmishers next to ours and were able to pass the effectiveness roll to move them next to ours, it doesn't prevent us moving, and really you can't prevent us doing anything anyway. It's just one extra movement point for each of us as we grind past one another's enemy zones of control. But since we can't op-charge each other, really nothing happens. It's very strange, actually.
All right.
And
Well,
maybe
I
not
think
entirely satisfactory, but that's what it looks like according to the rules we found.
Yeah, so I mean, the skirmishers are basically there to kind of create a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like in Lobatai where if you have skirmish cavalry and you want to negate its ability to impede stuff, you park a cavalry unit next to it. In this case, it's just a case where, okay, you want to, so say you wanted to prevent Michael from moving, this infantry into this gap. You could put your skirmish cavalry here, right, in this zone to slow him down. And then he'd have to march up. It's going to cost him more to move into those hexes.
Right.
And
Right.
that would be an effective use for them. Or you want him to.
The other
Yeah,
effective use is to inhibit enemy formed cavalry from charging.
right.
Because if you put them in front of your formed cavalry, then the other guy's formed cavalry is going to have to effectively soak off the skirmishers
Right.
and then place themselves vulnerable to being countercharged. It's kind of a mess. But I've never seen them both against each other in the same battle, so that's kind of fun.
this could end up being kind of interesting. So we'll see.
Let's do
All
it.
right.
So who are you activating?
So he already activated KA,
AA.
right?
And
But
I'm going to
Okay.
and I'm going to activate my skirmishers.
right.
Okay, very good.
Let's see, where does it? All right, so this skirmisher here is going to go 1, 2. What's in here? Oh, that's some cavalry. Well, yeah, you can. He's disordered, so he can't do much.
Mhm.
3, and then he's going to attempt to go into that
Okay.
next square there. So I roll a die, right?
Yep.
Yep,
Or
You
two
make a
yep.
disorder.
All
Two
right,
dice.
All right, and he's
Well,
not going to
So-
go.
probably not.
Yep.
Okay, so his movement's now complete.
Right. But that's okay where he is. And let's see, where's the other one gonna go? All right, so I want to get. And all right. Let's see, so those, and then these are okay. 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And
I'm very concerned. I'm detecting hostility.
Danger, danger, Dr. Smith.
It is
Danger,
really
Will
just
Robbins. Danger, Will
danger,
Robbins.
danger. Aruga, Aruga.
Where do I want that? So I want one there and 16. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that would be 7. That's
You can go 7. You just have to make a disorder check.
Yeah, assuming that the leader was in command, you could certainly
Yeah.
go one more if you needed to.
right. I'm just trying to do some calculations of where these guys are going here. So this is all right. So if I go there, 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 there. So he would have to be. All right. I think he will go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So he's KY. He's a different outfit. The little 4-6.
Oh, how did he end up? Okay, I thought he was part of. Sorry.
It's what happens when a bunch of old men play a game together.
All right, so he needs to be marked as out of command, then, or is he? I
Yeah.
don't even know where
Because
KY's
your
commander
commander's
is.
over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so he's
All
out
right,
of
so he's
out of
marking.
range.
All right.
Well, he's not
All
even out of command. He's not being activated at all, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're just activating Kappa Alpha, right?
Yes.
Okay, Kilo Alpha. All right.
All right, so that changes things just slightly. Let's see.
I love it when he's still min-maxing, when he's already got huge,
Mhm.
overwhelming
It's like,
advantage.
oh, I've got, these guys have got +7s on them, on the backs of them.
Yeah.
And,
I'm
oh
very
gosh, I
uncomfortable
need
with
to
this
get,
5-1 attack. If only I could
yeah,
find a way to make it 6-1.
yeah.
Yeah,
How can I,
that's
yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So just to give
And
you a sense, by the way, I had 10 infantry strength points and my army leader attacking a single strength point formed unit and some skirmishers today unrouted.
Mm.
So the dice are going to have their fun with you no matter what you do.
It's kind of how it works.
4
Oh, yeah.
and 5 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. All right. I think that's their movement.
Cool. All right, time to roll the dice again.
All right. So well, now it's supposed to be, yeah, right.
That was it, right?
That was it. Oh, good. Woo.
Yeah, it looked great.
Yeah.
So that's going to charge. This is going to charge. This is going to charge. This is going to charge. And this is going to charge.
Okay, I'm struggling a little bit. Do
What are you
all
struggling
of
with?
those units have eligible targets in view? Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
You have to
'Cause-
be able to see somebody that you could charge in your charge range.
That's what I was trying to figure out. How can I get? All right.
Yeah. I mean,
Huh?
since
I
that's
guess he's
just a
not charging.
leader,
I guess.
I mean,
Yeah,
since
but the
that's
other,
just a leader,
yeah.
you can see through, but there's nobody you can see with the gap between those friendly units in front of you. So I don't see how that works. I also don't see how it's necessary, but I'll leave that to you.
Well, was possibly counting on something not being able to charge too. So
Yeah.
The old redundancy.
a little bit of redundancy there, yes.
I'm a big fan, but
All right.
don't think that one goes.
All right. So
All right,
well,
so
then,
you got
let me
1, 2,
well
3,
let me
4.
let me look at him again just to see which way I want him to face. Then,
All right.
is that the facing I want for him? Yeah, that's probably not a bad facing. He can. Okay. We'll try it that way. Whatever. Okay. So we'll see if this guy will. Oops. Wrong key. We'll start there.
Okay.
See if he goes. Yes, he's
Yep.
go. Then we'll try this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one. Yeah. And this one. And I think he's okay. But
I'm sure they are. They're all brilliant.
Yep. He's okay. All right. So everybody's going in. Now let's start at the top again over here. So he moves up to there.
Okay. And I can't do anything about it since I'm disordered and shaken. So I just
All right,
have to roll and see if I stick around.
Or do I move all mine first?
Nope,
Or,
you
okay.
do all
Oh, yeah, yeah.
charge movement happens before anything else happens.
All right. All right. So let's see. We want to go. So this one's going 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Exciting.
Okay, very good.
And this one is going 1, 2, 3, 4. Or no, wait a minute.
You don't mean that.
4. Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
That is what you meant. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And this one here goes 1, 2, 3.
Right.
All right.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay. Very
Now-
good. Now you get to determine the order in which each of these individual things are resolved. And by the way, at this point, there's no real worry about individual combat designations because every one of them is quite obvious.
Right.
There are no choices to be made. So you decide in what
Right.
order we resolve.
All right, we'll start with the one at the top there again. Here.
All right, fair enough.
All
So
right,
the
let me
defender needs
roll.
to roll
43, and I've got
Boy,
what, a minus
geez.
something.
Oh, it's worse than that. Yeah, it's plus 15. So 43 is exactly what you needed, except the leader's with him. So actually, he's fine anyway. So he's shaken and disordered and stands.
Yep,
So we'll see how that goes.
it's going to go badly
mean,
because
Badly.
it's basically he's got
Correct.
5-1 odds, or practically it was 6-1 because
5 to
I've only
1.
got, because how much he's got, what, 16?
Oh, he's got 16.
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
what you're saying.
And
what
I've got-
size is your unit?
I got
can't see
5
it.
increments, but he's halved because he's disordered, so he's worth
All
like
right, so you got
3.
3. All right, so it
So-
is 5 to 1.
Yeah, 5-1.
And he advanced 4 hexes.
Yep.
And then what is your printed value, David?
Should be
5.
there.
So he's at 9 plus 2. It's going to be 11.
11. And
Alright.
you
And
are
I
going to be at
am
2.
I
3,
am
4.
7, 9, less something for being shaken. right?
Minus 5, so that's
Yeah.
4.
So the
Right, so
difference
11 and
is
4 is 7.
So plus 7.
So
5
5
to
1
1
plus 7. What could possibly go wrong?
That's
What
when you're
could
hoping
possibly-
you roll for a 0 somewhere.
All right, so
No,
when I get
that's gonna be an
plus
8.
1 on the roll.
8
they're
at 5
gonna
to 1. You may
surrender.
lose your leader there.
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Leader's going too.
Yep, he's going to surrender. Oh, well.
That is pretty fooked.
Well, he didn't really have a whole lot of hope anyway.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so off to the graveyard. Oh, we don't have a graveyard, do we? Nope.
No,
Now,
I
we-
think you've been putting him on the lost
Yep,
chart.
yep. Bring out your dead. Okay, cool.
all right. So, do I get any movement after here? Or?
What are, no, there's nothing to pursue.
No, you must advance into the hex, and because there's nobody in the hex, you can adopt any facing you like, but there is no pursuit because there's no one to pursue.
Yep, so you just end up right there.
Exactly. Whatever facing you like.
I guess that facing is the one that's gonna whatever.
Yeah, it's actually a really interesting thing when you don't get to do pursuit. Because sometimes it's like, actually, it's a disappointment. You'd like to be able to pursue, but you were too successful in the combat. It's a little kind of weird, right?
Right. Now, because Lobositz has the thing, the movement, or at least in 30, Regs
Oh,
30.
yeah, you can regroup
got
after the charge, yeah.
You've got to regroup after the charge
Right.
and that, so. On that, so.
All
That'd
right, you got 3 more. Which one do you want to do next?
All right. Let's see. Which one would I like to do next here? What do we got over here? All right. I don't know if it matters, but I guess let's do.
I bet it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You may
Yeah.
have a cunning plan I'm not getting, but I don't think so.
Let's do that one.
All
Okay.
right, very good.
So I retreat before combat,
Yep.
and you
Retreat
advance.
1 or 2 hexes. He has to advance because he's in an enemy zone control. He doesn't have any choice about which way he faces.
Boom.
And there is no pursuit.
Yep.
You need to roll a morale check type D after
I pass.
Okay, very good. Perfect.
All right, let's do.
But this is an interesting one because there's no pursuit, so there's no recall, so there's no nothing. So it's like there's very little upside to charging cavalry skirmishers, but there's
Yeah.
also not very much downside. It's kind of this very empty
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah, you're
We'll
just
do
kind of
that
pushing
one.
him back. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
And I gotta move in.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go. And we pass.
Okay. Very good.
And last but not least.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, wait a
What in the
minute.
world just happened there?
I moved my whole guy here. Wait a minute. Where was he? He was right there, right?
We need to
Yeah.
undo.
No,
are we
no, no.
okay?
He's
No.
fine. Yeah, he
Okay.
found it.
I was trying to take the
Alright.
charge thing off of him.
Oh, I get it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other
That's
week
good.
when I was looking at the Moscow game, I
Yeah.
had lost a unit. It had like disappeared from one game session to the next. And I'm like, what the hell happened to it? And then I'm
Yeah.
looking, and somehow it must have gotten looped by somebody. It ended up behind like, 50 hexes away from where it was. I'm like, what's this doing over here? Oh,
It's
this
like-
is the unit that got lost. I duplicated it
Fine.
because I couldn't figure out, did it get deleted? What happened to it?
Yeah, where'd it go, right?
All right, and we
I
passed
need,
that
I
one
need
too.
to find. I need to find a find function.
Yep.
Find my counter. Where'd he go?
Yep. All right, well, that was exciting.
Well, that was
Yeah,
a thrill a minute.
indeed.
Now,
Um,
if I come barge in on this guy for some reason, and he's surrounded by Ezocs, do I capture him?
No, he's a leader. He can.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I know
have to
in
double check.
in Labatai he can jump to a unit, but I was curious what it was in Bar.
Unit is displaced to an enemy. Excuse me. The leader is displaced to an adjacent hex, not in an Ezoc, or occupied by an enemy unit. If no such hex is available, the leader is eliminated. So actually, yeah, there is actually a little more concern. Maybe it seemed like.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
really? He doesn't
Yeah.
go to a neighbor. Okay. Well, if you guys will allow me, because I thought he could
Displaced
retreat
to an
anywhere,
adjacent
I'll just
hex.
park him
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Because I thought he could, move somewhere.
No, it's totally fine. It's a
Yeah.
gentlemanly game here, by all means. Okay, good times. Is it your role?
It's
David?
David's role.
Yep.
Yep.
My
It
roll.
is.
All right. Boom. Okay.
That's
It's
another one for the
me, but
Prussians.
does not move the clock.
Correct.
Not move the clock.
Let's see. I've got something that's beeping on my computer.
Good times.
All right, let's see. So you're saying I can actually move through those skirmisher zones of control. It just costs me +1 for each one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. If I'm taking your meaning correctly, yeah. So what are you saying?
Just costs 2, 3. Now, do I have to roll for each one I'm going to go through?
Are you talking about skirmishers moving into skirmisher zones of control?
Nope. I'm talking about formed units moving into
No,
skirmisher
no,
zones.
you can do that. It just costs you 2 movement points every hex you do, and every facing change you adds 1 to the cost of the facing change. It's just going to be super slow. That's all.
Oh, it's got that. Ooh, this is interesting. All right. Let's make the game interesting. All right. I'm going to do KY.
Of
Mhm.
course.
All right. So
Yes,
first I for disorders, right?
Yep.
And now if I'm in an ESOC, can he roll for disorder or is it?
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
it's
you could
plus
have a
10
plus.
in addition
Okay.
to the
So
plus
it's a-
5 you already have. So it's
All right.
it's harder.
Right. I'm just used to, again, back to regs 30. You
Yep,
can't if you're
got
in
it.
an ESOC.
No problem. No problem
All
at
right.
all.
So we'll try.
Well, the guy who's with the leader is automatically going to be saved.
That's right.
Right.
Yep.
So you can take
that one
that
comes
one
off
off.
straight away.
So that one comes off. All
Yep.
right.
Mhm.
That
Yep.
one comes off. Delete that one. All right. So I've got that. We'll roll for this one. Let's see. Oh,
Oh,
No!
they're very, very undisordered.
yeah.
They're probably all still laughing at not getting hit by the musket fire from a few minutes
Yes.
ago.
Yeah. Did you see that? They all missed, man. And this guy back here,
Yep.
we'll try. Oh, I've just got this guy's flipped over on the wrong side way back here. I'm checking him. Okay, so but he can't do anything. But this guy here will try his. So he will have a minus. Let's say I could use it. Oh, nope. It's
Nope.
special.
It's a special
Nope,
something.
not today. Nope.
Oh,
There is
that's
no
just a
special
failure.
for recovers.
Oh, okay.
So he is just remains disordered.
All right.
And then you've got this one who's here.
Oh,
He's
yes,
also
okay.
KY
Right.
last time I checked. Yep.
Plus 15, yeah.
all right. He's
Probably good
Probably
enough.
okay too. Because he's probably in the 20s. Oh,
he's not-
14.
Oh, no,
good
he's not.
Lord. He's. Why don't we have troops like that, Michael?
I don't know.
All right. Let's see what we can
It's
do with this
serious
mess here.
concerns.
All right. And all he needs is a target, right?
He needs to be able to see a target.
Needs to be able to see a target, and you can't enter an enemy zone of control on the path to the target. I mean he can. It means that he stops.
So I can go. Let's see here. What do we got there? All right. So he does get a shot there if I turn. All right. That is there. All right. Let's try this here. We're gonna go 1.
Okay, so let me take my opportunity fire at you. Right, I've got these 2 hexes that can fire at that guy, right?
So 1.5 anyway.
Yep. So the
So
Grenadiers
6
are going to be
strength points.
×2, so that's going to be 8 points.
8,
and then
yeah.
another 2, so that's going to be
2 times
6,
2,
12. Yeah,
probably.
so it's 12.
Yeah,
so it's a
it's
1-to-1
12.
shot with
Okay,
a
which
plus
makes it
15.
1 to 1.5 to 1.
Yeah, because this is
of
flank.
right.
Yep, here we go.
Plus 15.
Oh, it's a special something.
Uh-oh. Infantry fire 3.
Volley
it's gonna be
fire.
full volley,
Double the fire
double the
strength and
fire strength
reroll.
and re-roll.
So it's going to be
You got
24.
2 and okay. How many increments did
I
you have from here?
have 6 increments, right?
Uh,
Oh, well, in truth, only one could fire from the hook unit.
It's still a 1-to-1.
But it doesn't matter. It's still 1-to-1.
That's what I'm just
Shifted
trying
one
to.
and a,
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause-
Right. So it becomes 20, and then shifted by 1. So it's 2.5 to 1 now, plus 15.
with a plus 15. Here we go.
Yeah.
93.
Oh
Ouch.
my goodness.
So that's
Oh,
going to
my
be at 4 hits.
Holy sheep shit.
A disorder check.
And not a morale check.
Not a morale check.
No, well, there is no disorder check because it. Oh no, it is a disorder check.
It is.
It's top fire. Yeah,
Yeah,
of
it's
course.
off fire. Yeah. So
Holy
that's
smokes. Okay, so the disorder check happened immediately.
All right, disorder check. Boom.
okay.
Okay, right, and keep moving.
All right.
What's left of you?
Well, yeah,
All right.
And I'll get another shot as you clear.
exactly.
Yeah.
So still another shot.
Okay.
So
All
it's
right.
going to be a 1 to 2 shot. It's not going to be plus that much anymore because you're only
Nope.
a 6. So really, it's just going to be 1 to 2 now.
A 12 is a miss. I
Okay,
think we
never
did enough damage.
That was quite a lot of damage. Holy smokes!
So 1,
That's
2, 3 to
2,
move into
3.
that hex. Yep.
4,
Okay.
5.
4, 5.
5. Yep.
And 6.
Okay. What else you got?
2, 3. 2, 3. All right, I'm going to try this. All right, we go 1 to there.
Okay, so that's
your
going
hook
to
guy
have the hook guy that's his 100% facing.
Yeah.
So
it
that's going
is.
to be
That's
worth and that's at
4
that's going
times
to be
3.
12. Yep, so it's
but
12
but it's in your flank, so
Yep.
it's going to be 1.5 to 1,
1
plus 15.
plus 15. Here we go. 65. That's going to boop it up to a 80.
Yeah,
So
78. So,
that's
it's
going
going
to
to be a hit.
And a
78's
disorder
a hit.
check.
Right.
Yep.
So, unit increment loss and a disorder check.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see
Uh-oh.
what he is.
Oh, those
Oh,
guys
boy.
are good.
All right, let's see. Okay, that was 1.
Yep.
That was 1, right?
That's 2.
All right,
There
let
you
me
go.
take a shot at you again. I've got, it looks like both barrels, right? This guy's got his
Right, so
full.
it-
This guy's got
yeah.
his full.
Right.
So
So
that's
it's
gonna
1.5 to
Is
1.
he
Shifted to 2
well,
to 1.
Well, no, is he full? The one
Well,
that's the hooked
so-
one.
So remember, so we're leaving this hex. So
Right.
he can only fire 2 from
2,
here, but he
right.
can fire 4 from there. So it's
Yeah.
12 strength points. So that's 1 to 1. So it becomes 1.5 to 1 for the
Fine.
enfilade.
Yep. Got it.
And so it's 1.5 to 1 plus 15.
Yep. Here we go. Oh, not as good as we were hoping. Oh well.
Not so much. Not
There's
so
Shada.
much. All right.
3,
That's 2 moving
4.
points.
Okay,
3,
let's
4.
take another
One more.
shot at you. Nah, that's a miss.
Okay.
And
So
6.
you're at 4, 5, 6.
All right.
Okay,
What's
very
my
good.
Let's see, where do I want to go here? So this hex is in the full from this, right? And half from
No.
that? Or-
No, because I'm pretty sure that the full is literally
That one. Okay.
So
like
what?
down that.
Okay.
So it's
I
half
believe
and half
that's
from each. So it's going to be 4 increments times 2.
1,
It's going to
2,
be
3,
8.
4. It's going to be 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you going?
Well,
Are you going
first I got.
forwards or?
I'm trying to figure out what because I'm going to have to at least turn if I'm going
Yeah.
to do something.
Anything you do is going to get you hit once for sure.
Right.
And then see what else you get.
Oh, which way? Boy, those infantry are obnoxious. But that's. Oh, I could back up, can I? Then I'd
Actually,
only get hit once.
they might say the same thing about you. Yeah, you can certainly back up, no question.
All right, that's that. All right, so let's do a backup first, and then you can So that takes how many?
So
Two?
that's going to be
It adds 1. Well, or does it double? Doesn't matter. It adds 1. That's what really matters. It costs you 2 to back up.
here. So let me
And you
take.
will definitely have
Okay.
to do a disorder check at the end of your movement.
Right. All right, so let's back up 1, and you get your shot.
All
Okay,
right.
Four
here we
times
go.
two, probably 1 to 1.
It's 1.5. Nope.
No.
All
All right.
right.
So that's 1, 2.
And then I can go 3.
Doesn't it cost twice as much to go backwards?
Yeah, but you only move back 1, so that's 2.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I thought he'd
1,
moved
2.
back 2 hexes.
3.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
4.
4.
5.
5.
6. Oh, I should have done my disorder check first.
Nope.
Oh, at the end.
You do it at the
disorder
end
check
of your movement.
End of your movement.
6 and all right. Let's see. Is that going to be good for where I want? And then let's see. I guess he can go to here.
All right, make your disorder check for that guy.
Mhm.
Yep. I should. Actually, I should. That's all right. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fine. All right.
All righty. What else you got?
All right. So I think that's the end of move. Do I?
Now, I don't know what the story is with this guy
Oh, that's.
and this guy too.
Oh, that's right. Those are.
Yeah.
Okay,
So this
both
one
KY.
was this guy was out of range, but
right.
this guy wasn't because your commander was here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so he would have been within range.
Although we've got the whole, he wasn't adjacent to anybody in his, was he?
Who?
That
No,
guy.
he's adjacent to his.
He was adjacent to whom?
ROC. So there's
Oh,
so
I'm
there's
sorry.
A and B.
That's another
Yeah.
KY right here. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. I failed. There's too much intermingling. We're clearly violating kosher here.
Yeah.
Oh, but actually, are these guys the same? So this guy, where's his better half? And where's this guy's better half?
Well, okay. So this guy's better half was the one that was out here. This guy wouldn't have been able to move as far.
Yeah. So he would have.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he
So
was
then,
fine.
so
He was
that's
fine.
so
These two are halved. Yeah.
So you went
I would
back
have been
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He couldn't have gone that far. He could have only gone 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So he'd be back here facing the
Yeah.
current direction.
So yeah, he started there and he went back. Well, actually, did they start next to each other?
He started. He was here, right?
But he started next to. He
No.
started next to him.
So your leader was here. The
And
unit
he
that
was the other disordered one was here, wasn't he?
that
Or
was
no?
this guy. That
Oh,
guy
that
was
was that
there.
guy there.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
And then the other guy was over here. So they weren't
yeah.
adjacent
All
to
right.
each other.
They're almost adjacent.
Yeah.
So I backed up 1, which tied 2, and actually, so he would be actually facing that way. That's 3.
Oh, okay.
Because it would be 1, 2 to back up and 3
Yeah.
to because
Turn. He was
actually,
facing the other way. Yeah.
he was facing in this direction right there. He's facing that way. All right.
Okay.
So these two can do something here. What do we got here? What happens if you start in an Ezok? And
Didn't cost you anything. Oh. So you're in an enemy zone of control and you're trying to do charge? Yeah, I don't think that's an opportunity. So let's take a look. I just want to be sure I got this right. A non-disordered cavalry unit, not in an enemy zone of control, and with no enemy units in its front hexes, can initiate close combat against an enemy unit not in its zone of control. In other words, to charge.
All right, so I can't put him here and charge this way.
No, because if you're in a zone of control, you can't.
Say that.
Well, but you're.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. There?
Yeah.
That's not in an enemy zone of control. That's not
your
one of our
guy.
guys, is it?
Oh, that's my guy.
That's your guy.
Yeah.
The one that you moved there. Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. That's my guy. Okay. Might do it just where
You're so excited about moving through zones of control, you're not even thinking anymore.
Well, I've had to do a lot of it,
brother.
You didn't have to do a lot of it.
No,
You've opted to do it. You could have gone back to Berlin.
Saxony is that way. Dresden is that way, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Get there and see it before it gets blown up.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to put those useless. What? I can. All right, so I'm going to activate this skirmisher also in this move. It's the other one that's back here.
Sure.
All right. Let's see what. No. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
And it's only 7:25, Eric.
I know.
Keeping you up?
Yep. I'm trying to get on Lisbon time.
Lisbon time?
Yep. Flying to beautiful Lisbon, Portugal on Friday.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like a really cool. I've never been to Portugal.
Neither have I. So we were
is
supposed
great.
to go for my brother's birthday last year, and He had some last-minute expenses that kind of spoiled it, so we are decided, well, let's get it done now while we can.
Wow,
So,
that's great.
yeah.
Good for you.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, he wants to make a big target for you,
Oh,
Michael.
he does.
Mm-hmm.
All good.
Let's see. Where did I stick my? So he's gonna. Let's put him. 2, 3, 4. All right. And last but not least, can move half. Oh, the skirmisher. I was gonna move. Let's see. Oh, he's gonna move here and turn this way. On. All right, that looks maybe. All right. All right, what do we want to do here?
Punt.
Punt.
I'm going to go make a bourbon. That's what I want to do.
All right.
Where's a margarita when you need one? Yeah.
I'm just going to be a
He's
charging
just a
fool.
charging fool. There you go. Give him a credit card. Let him charge.
That's it.
All right. Let's see what. All right. We'll start with this one right here.
All righty.
They're going in.
They're going in.
Let's start with. We'll do this one here. They're going in. The last one, last but not least, and they're going in.
Okay.
All right. Now it's charge movement, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So this is going to go on.
Nope.
2. Nope. What?
Oh no. Yeah. Carry on. You're fine.
That's going there.
Okay.
This one's going. Oops. Don't.
Okay. All right. Yep. Very good.
All right.
Cool. What do we do now?
No.
Combat-y things.
Yeah. So we'll find out what happens when I charge into the flank of a gun.
Well, probably nothing good for anybody else.
All right. So we'll start at the top. We'll start at this one.
Okay. So the defender's gonna, let's see, what has the defender got? He's got a 20. It's gonna be plus 10 for being attacked in the flank. So he stands, and there is no defensive fire. The attacker has got, what is he, 3?
He's got
What is
3.
he?
Yep, and you've got
Okay.
1, so it's
So
3
it's
to 1.
3 to 1, right? And the
Now,
attacker.
can you turn the guns or no? Do you have the option
Oh,
of
I'm sorry.
changing facing?
Of course, I could have. Of course, I could have turned the guns, and I still couldn't close assault. And it would run the risk of being disordered, but there is no risk to being disordered.
Yeah.
So really, probably each of them would have chosen to do that because there's no downside to it.
Yeah.
It also is no upside, mind you. It's not what I want.
Well, if you stand, then at least you'll be able to shoot him in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So he does that. He rolls for disorder. All right. He makes the disorder. He made the. Okay. So there's still no. Right. No fire.
defensive fire.
No fire. All right. So the attacker is attacking with plus 10. Is that right?
He went 1, 2
Oh, I'm sorry.
hexes.
Plus 8 because he's half dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's plus 8.
So what? 3 to 1 plus 8? Is that what
Yeah.
we come up?
I
Yeah.
think so because I'm pretty sure the defender's 0.
Okay.
Yeah, you. Ooh. So that's a 0. So that becomes then an 8. So at 3 to
Right,
1, that's
3
going to
to
be a
1,
3R.
Yeah. All right. Where are we putting these guys?
Well, we're putting them over on the loss chart, Austrian loss chart.
Okay. That would involve me finding that. Okay, got it.
All right.
All right.
So
Got it.
And then he advances into that hex, and
and I can
that's
face any way I want, right?
you can face any way you want.
Yeah.
All right. All right. And the next.
And he'll do the same thing, obviously. And he's not disordered. And looks like he doesn't stand. He's shaken. Oh no! Wait a minute.
It's a 0-6.
That is something to check. I'm sorry. He's not necessarily shaken. That's a 6 Austrian. A reroll with a plus 10. Okay,
Now he's shaken.
now we just had to make sure we were totally ready for that shakenness. All right. Okay. And
So that's going to be a 6 to 1 with a whole bunch of pluses.
6 to 1 with a whole bunch of pluses.
Yeah, there's. I mean,
what's that going to be? It's going to be 7, 8, 9,
he
10,
went
11.
forward 1 hex, right? Yeah.
Oh, just one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
one on
So
that
then
one.
7, 8, 9, 10. So it's now plus 15 then.
Yeah, there's. I mean,
Oh, it's
I
6
don't
to 1
think he
plus
can
15.
roll
So we just need a 0. That's
0.
all
Yeah,
we
at
need.
least
Yeah.
somebody dies in the process.
All
That's
right.
nice.
Nah.
Yeah, that's not
So
a
they're
0.
toast.
Yeah.
They surrender.
Okay.
Right. Okay, that's nice.
All right, advance them into a hex. Into the hex.
Yep. Just trying to figure out which way do I want to face here.
Does it matter?
Probably not a lot.
No,
but
no, not at
no.
all. Let me be clear.
But you know, you've got things back up there.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
This is hilarious. Like, I don't know what you expect that we're going to be doing.
Who knows? You know, you
Oh my
No.
God.
No,
come
we
up
do
with
know.
cunning plans.
No.
All right, and the last but not least, I've got 15. All right, you're disordered.
Yeah, the defender needs to roll his defender morale check.
Oh, where are you at?
Your
last
cavalry
Oh,
unit
sorry.
down at the bottom.
I am responding to comments there. Okay,
Ah,
here we go.
All right, very good.
56. All right, we're
probably good
happy.
enough. All right, so that is
So I've got 3, and you got
53,
15.
So it's 5 to
5 to
1.
1.
Did you move 4
And-
hexes?
I
Yes,
moved
of
3.
course you did. Oh,
3. So
Only
that's
3. yeah.
11.
Only 3. I couldn't figure out how to get in there.
And what do you got here? That's 7, 8, 9.
11.
Yep, I got 9.
So 11 and 9, so it's 5 to 1. It's plus 2 at 5 to 1.
All right.
Plus 2 at 5 to 1. All right. Let's see.
Ooh, so it's only a 2.
Only a
Yeah.
2.
So
That's
it's
right.
1 loss for them, 3 are for us.
Okay.
All right. So let's see
And,
here.
Back over.
And let's go ahead and
That increment lost on the biggest one.
there we go. And let's go. Whoops. What did I do? I cloned it by mistake. Okay.
So how
That's
many
what they
did you
said
lose?
was Dollar
3?
the Sheep. 3.
2, 3. Okay.
Nice. Okay.
All right. So then they are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess would put them right there. If they're going straight back towards the map edge.
All right.
Unless you can think of a better place for me to send them. Michael.
No. 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 I mean, the good news is that he has to advance into the X where he's going to be in his own control. So he's going to be in an awkward position.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to turn to the east.
I have to
Because
be
he has to
turned
turn. Yeah, because you got
All
to
right.
turn to follow him.
Okay. Now, my question: if he was moving back away from me, wouldn't he have? But
Every hex he took was one further away from you.
Okay.
Yeah. Because yeah.
But the first one was to the side.
Because you were
that's all.
here, right? And I was here.
Yeah.
So I went 1, 2,
Yeah.
3,
Which is
4,
away from
5,
you.
6.
It was all
Okay,
away from
I
you.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
okay. Oh, but I only have to move 1 in there, right?
Yep.
That's right. Yeah.
It's oops.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah.
It only happens to me about 10 times a night.
All right. Boop.
Make sure you get the ones assigned to the correct units here.
Yeah.
You don't want to be mixing the ones up.
Yeah.
All right. Very nice. Okay. Is that it?
I think that is it. And
All right.
he's
Flip your
here,
leader
and we'll
over.
Flip him over, and he is done.
Poke him with a fork. All right. I think it's back to me. And we get a special result, which is a double activation for whichever side that is. Double activation for the bad guys. Activate any 2 commands. It's not a wing activation.
Not a name. They can be separate
activations.
Activations.
Well, I mean, they have to be separate. But that's
Yeah. And separate and independent. All right, let me see. Now, luckily, I do have 2 monitors today. Lori brought one down for me.
Whoa.
She drove down, so she brought me an extra monitor.
Well,
so
you ought to
at
think
least
about keeping that woman.
Are you still in Florida?
I'm still in Florida.
Okay.
Yes, I'm still taking care of things here, but I do have 2 monitors now, so I at least have one a little bit bigger, and I've been a little bit easier maneuvering.
Right.
All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, I'm going to. All right, let's do. Who's this guy? Bevern.
Sure.
Okay.
And Kleist. And all the artillery.
Okay.
All right, so I don't think I have any. Oh, I do have a disorder there. So I'll roll for him. 31. Shaken and disordered. What's the modifier for that?
For the disorder check, he's adjacent to an enemy.
Yeah, so
You
it's
should
going to
have
be
a
plus
minus-
5, plus 10 for the
So it should be a
enemies under control. So it's
15.
plus 15 all day.
So if he's a 16 or better, he's
He's
fast.
probably
And
not.
he's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah.
All right, so he's still disordered.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so now is fire. All right.
Correct.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so let's we'll fire on these grenadiers up here.
Okay.
What do we got? So we got four fusiliers.
Right. So they're going to be times 3, so that's 12.
12.
And then you've
I
got 2 musketeers. That's going to be 8. So you should be at 10.
20.
20. Yep. So 20 to 10. That's going to be a 2 to 1 with a
Minus 5.
15. No, minus 10
Minus
for
5.
it's
Oh, is he a
skirmisher.
skirmisher?
Yeah.
Okay, so minus 10. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. 2 to 1 minus 10.
2 to 1 minus 10. Boom.
Oh,
Special
special
result.
something.
05 is going to be
Infantry fire.
battalion guns, reroll, and add 1 to SP loss result, and firing skirmishers reroll with no extra SP loss. So it's not going to mean a lot, to be honest with you, because
All right.
There's
there is
only one
SP
increment anyway,
there,
yeah.
so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
All right,
So
so
75.
75.
That's going to be enough to hit him, and then he's vaporized.
Yeah. No, is it? Because he's got a minus 10. So that becomes a 65. Oh, it's 2 to 1. Sorry.
2 to
Yeah,
1
yeah,
at
yeah.
65.
I was looking on the wrong chart.
Okay.
Well, he is finished in every sense of the word.
So many ways.
Yep.
Okay. That guy's got. It's got 2 left. All right. All right, and now we got a shot from here to that. All right. So again, one of those is Fusilier. They're a
Right.
2.
So they're all
So
times 2.
2.
So you're going to have 8 and 8 is going to be 16. 16 to 15. So it's a 1-to-1 shot
1 to 1.
with a minus 10.
Yeah. Boom.
No.
That's not shouldn't be enough.
Nope.
All right. Let's see. Okay, is there any other shooting that I can see? All right, movement.
So who did you activate? Bevern and who else?
Bevern and Kleist. Right here.
Kleist. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, all right, we'll start up here with Bevern.
So you're not shooting any of your artillery, but you're activating them.
I'm activating them.
Okay.
Yes.
That would be prolonging, I imagine.
Yes, they will be prolonging.
Be right
Or
back.
others
Okay.
are, there's some others that are actually there. So, okay. All right. So we will, all right, you're going to get half shot. This guy as they turn.
Who's shooting at you? Oh, I guess this guy here?
Yep, that guy there would be shooting. Yes.
All right.
He
So
gets a half shot.
That's going to be what? 2 points? I don't think I can
2.
shoot at him because it's less than 1 to 3 odds, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then he can move in also. Same shot, less 1 to 3. All right.
Yeah, but yeah. So he can't do anything.
So that's 2, 3. That'd be 1, 2. Okay, so if he 1, 2, 3. What? Oh, all right. Steep slopes are +2. the time comes. All right, so it's KL. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Where are you at? I'm not.
I'm
finding you.
just trying to see where he's going. Okay, so he's going to move there.
So that's 1,
Turn.
2,
3,
3.
and I do 4.
Okay.
All right. I will take the chance of that. That will go there. Okay,
All right.
so well,
I've
actually,
got.
I'm going to move here. Let's move the whole line. We'll do the line move. Boom.
So this guy. So do I shoot at each of them, or
No.
just shoot at one of them?
No, because they're moving as a line, you got to
Okay.
just pick a target and shoot.
All right. So he's worth 6, and then he's worth, I guess, what, 1, because he was there.
Yeah, he would have been halved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got 8 to 10, 8 to 15 actually, but I've got a plus something, a plus 10.
10 for size.
Yep, here we go. 55, not good enough. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That was exciting.
Yeah. And let's see, we will do that there. And let's see that there. And I think so he's at 7. All right, so I think he's good there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so this is going there. Oh, this is going there. All right. Two, 3, and let's go one more. Yep. 4, and 1, 2, 3. All right. Mole will be here, and guess he can go all the way there. That's okay. And all right, so that guy's part of that. All right. I think that's about it. I don't have to move Keith yet. Oh, he's all right. So he's in command as well. All right. I think that's it. We're back to you, Michael.
What?
No, I think Michael rolled that one.
I rolled that
Oh,
one.
you
Yep.
you rolled that one. Then
Here
we're
we
back
go.
to okay.
Oh
Here we
no, it is back to me because it was a double. It was a double activation.
Oh,
It was a
you're right.
special. It's
Oh,
a
it's a
special, so
special. Okay, go ahead
strictly
and
by
roll.
who cares? I also don't care. Just carry on.
Okay, so that's another one for the Prussians.
All right. Has he got anybody left? Got
He's
a
got
cavalry left?
PB and J
Sierra
hasn't
chart,
moved.
PB and J, and then
Got
SC, I
PB
guess.
and J. Yeah.
He's got K. He's got SC.
Oh, so he's only got 2 wings, but he actually has quite a few formations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So PB and J is gonna. Yeah. Let's see. All right. So this guy is finally back in command up here. Can actually move. One, two, three, four. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see. What do we got over here? Not a lot. 1, 2, 3. And do I want to turn? Let's see. Right, so these guys down here are independents, right? I'll keep it. All right, I won't move that out with this. Let's see. I'll move these. Yes. I think I'll activate the artillery down here too, and then we'll go like that. Oh, actually, I could move through that one, couldn't I? 1, 2, 3. All right, so this one is actually going to move out to there. So he would have gone 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Let's see. All right, the rest of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Those are good there. Is there somebody under that? Oh. Yeah, well. 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, Kata is that guy. All right, I was trying to move the wrong commander there. PB commander. And all right, and I think PB is done. All right.
Okay, now it's my turn to roll. Oh, it's a special something. Let's see. For the Austrians, special rally. Shaken and routed
Special.
units next to a wing or army leader. Oh, remember that thing.
Oh, yeah. But if you're not next to a wing or army leader, you're shit out of.
Guess what? There's
What?
a wing leader right here.
Don't they?
Yeah. He
All
could try to
right.
do it.
Wow, boy, we're saved. A unit that's completely thrashed will have
Yeah.
a chance of recovery. Okay.
Well, let's roll. Let's not even bother
Yeah.
to think about, oh, no, that's no good.
Nice.
So,
This
oh,
is
well.
another increment. Is he gone?
No, he's
Is there
got,
one
oh,
left?
does he lose one or is that only in the rally phase?
Well, that is a rally phase.
Great.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that is what you're doing.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was only during
Yeah.
that time of the turn or any time.
No.
He's
no.
almost dead. He's almost dead. He's
And he
almost dead,
runs
Jim.
4 more or 6
Oh,
more.
how
whatever it
exciting.
is.
Does the leader have to
it's
go
a
too?
two-edged sword.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Good times.
Okay. Cool. Too cool for school. All right, let's roll again, see what we get. That's one for us. Well, I don't have much of anything left. My cavalry is all destroyed. I've already moved my wing. So it's up to you to save the day, Michael.
Well, in that case, you're going to be sadly disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't got much, but what's the story with this guy? Is he like way back here?
Yep.
Is that the
His commander
Okay.
has run away.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So he is foobar. I guess he could move a little bit if I wanted to, but he's within, I guess, opportunity charge of somebody over here, right?
Yeah,
So-
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, he probably doesn't want to. Although, if he turns and he gets op charged, the op charger is also going to have to attack him. So
Oh, okay.
it's not like he's in very op charge zone. He can't attack either because he's out of command. So
Right.
it's kind of like other than changing basic, he can't really do very much.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well then, I guess.
And do we have a wing? We might have a wing with a 6-3.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
I thought you were higher on the wing.
No,
But maybe. What is it?
No, I
It's a little
think
better.
it's just 4. Yeah. See the circled 4 on brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it takes. So yeah, that is good enough. So yeah, we could do a wing. I don't know if there's a lot of benefit to us for it, but sure, we could do a wing. So what?
Oh,
do we
actually,
get there?
wait. This guy's not a wing leader.
What are you
He's
talking about?
this guy's not a wing leader. I thought he
No,
was.
No, he's not. No. This is the wing leader. Here.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have
But-
been able to make that roll. For the because I thought
you're
I
right,
thought he
you're
was
right,
a
you're
ring
right.
leader. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll bring him back. Add an
Yeah.
increment.
Yeah.
He can fail next time.
Yep. I'm just like,
Okay.
oh. I thought it was.
Yeah.
It looked like it said
Yeah.
KOL. I thought, oh, it's Kolroth.
Yeah.
Oh
But really,
no.
I guess we got.
But it's
Brown
really-
there, and we
Flip,
got
flip
Brown
the unit
there,
to its other side too, under there.
and then we got who
You got
else?
him
Flip
up
what
upside down.
unit?
You got your cavalry. It flipped over on the.
Of course. That's that
yeah.
way I know what they have to roll to recover.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, they're
All
routed,
right.
so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, but I'm supposed to be able to see the other side. So.
Well, why do you need to see the other side? Are you rolling for the recovery, David?
No, but I might want to. I may have an opportunity to attack him or something.
Then
Yeah.
attack them. Why does it matter?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
It really
I need to
does.
know how
because I
many
need to bring
increments totally
16
were.
increments in to, so I can be on the 20-1 odds. I mean, come on, man. It doesn't matter. They're
All
routed
right.
anyway. So you would just go on
Yeah,
pursuit
they're
points.
routed.
So it doesn't.
It literally doesn't
Yeah.
matter anything about them at
Yeah.
that point,
I
does
know.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. What if I? Where did my? Hold on. How can? Okay. Everybody thinks I'm a look like a drug dealer because I have so many phones. This one, however, is responsible for giving me insulin, so I'm going to use it. Okay. All right. So if we did Colrat the infantry, then that'd be good, and we can move the cavalry later. So,
Yep.
I mean, that all works. And all right, so I guess we'll do that, and we will start by he's within reach of Brown, so don't need to worry about rolling for that. And all of his leaders are within 1, 2, 3, 4. So everyone's in reach of him. So everyone's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so then we will start with a little gunfire action here and here. And that's going to be, let's see, those are probably both Fusiliers.
All we have is Fusiliers. So if they're not a
it's
Grenadier,
going to make it so much easier. Yeah. All
so
right.
you're going to have 24 to 10. It's 2
so
to
it's
1.
going to be
shifting
2.5 to 1, thanks to the enfilade. 2.5 to 1 plus 15 for size.
50. That's
All
going to
right,
be
so
a 65
at 2.5.
Say hit.
It's going to be.
Bing.
Is it really just one hit?
That's what it says.
Wow, that's amazing. 65. Wow, yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And I roll, right? So
no, there's no roll because
there
it's
is.
not
There's a morale check.
yeah.
Oh, because it's an even number. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the actual die roll is the only one that matters.
Yeah. He's fine. He's fine.
And dandy. All right.
Please,
So
may I have another?
He's going to sit there and get hit again. So at some point. So.
Well, we got that going for us. Okay. Let's see. What else have we got?
We got some. What are those howitzers? 7-pound howitzers?
Yeah, but they're useless. I mean, they're not enough of them to do anything.
Yeah, but he's got a big fat target here. He's got 16. He's got 32 increments of stuff there.
Yeah, but 6 hex range, he's not going to be at a high enough multiplier to get anything.
Even with a plus 30?
But if you're at 1 to 3 or less, you don't get anything.
Yeah.
And,
move closer, David.
And what is he? He's probably ×2 at that distance, isn't he? Naturally,
he's only 1 increment.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought he was
just nothing there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and the cat has decided to help me, and it's growing great. All right. So yeah, I mean, I really don't know what point there is to that artillery fire at all. Having these 1 strength point artillery units is almost like having nothing at all.
Yeah. Something else to complain to Vienna about.
I may just do that. Yeah. All right. Well, then we'll just go ahead and move some other guys, and so we're gonna do these guys back here, and we're gonna go 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4, and I think we'll probably end up doing much the same with the, oh, wait a minute. That's P, but he's not P. These guys are. All right, I'm going to move these guys then. 1, 2.
There's also 1 under him.
4. Oh, thank you. I wasn't sure of that. Thank you. All right. So there we go there. And then Oh, I'm not sure about these guys. Let's see. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. Okay, that's not great, but that's how baseball goes. All right, so these guys here are going to go 1, 2, 3. And this guy's going to have a little bit harder time of it because he's got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So he's got a fair chance of getting disordered, which will probably happen.
Well,
looks like
yeah,
looks like it
probably.
happened. All right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Welcome to the Austrian army, Michael.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. So he's got a big fat target on him for next turn. But okay. So let's see. All right, and then these guys are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not very interesting. All right, so go 1, 2, and then I'll roll for the top one first, and that's going to be a special result.
We've been here before.
Yeah,
That's movement
it's all
action
good.
0, 3. Reroll with double all the modifiers. So it'll be
All
a
right, so
plus
plus
10.
10.
A
Okay, he's
35
probably not going to make
passes.
it
Maybe.
there.
No.
No, it's not. Not with a plus 10, it's not.
Oh, no, these guys
Nope.
are not very good.
No. Okay, all right. And then the other one manages to survive. Congratulations. Okay, and he'll go 1, 2. Okay, and then where do we put leaders? That's M there and there. Where do I want to put him? Well, first things first, is he worth a damn? Oh yeah, he actually is worth a damn. All right, we'll put him there. And then this guy, well, I might as well just go ahead and put him here. And we'll flip him over. And he's okay where he is. Oh, and I forgot that these guys are also part of that same wing, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. So then that means that these infantry units down here can move up again a little more. 1, 2. And okay. Thanks for that.
There,
1,
yeah.
2, perfect. And then these guys are here, so I guess I will just bring him forward 1. And
Would David be able to opportunity charge?
well, that's an interesting question because if he did, he's not in his own control, so I guess he could charge, yeah. Would he end up attacking both units? I think he would, because he's in their zone of control, even if I'm not in his. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's what I
No.
was curious about.
So I don't think that's probably terrifically appealing to him. And then this guy will go ahead and turn and dare you to op charge him.
Now, okay, now in Labatt, the upcharge happens before in the original formation.
Yeah.
What's in
Yeah,
here?
It's the same
that's
here.
right. Yeah, it's the same.
So does that mean I'm hitting you in the flank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I might as well if I'm going to
Yeah.
hit you in the flank because I'm not going to receive any fire.
Yeah, you're not going to
Yeah.
receive any. Well, you're not going to receive any fire anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
So see if you can pass your check. You're half dead, so you'll have some sort of penalty for that.
Plus 10
No,
for
Yeah,
half dead.
they're fine.
Okay. All right. All right. Just go ahead and mark him like he's like that. And then I'll do my defender with plus 10. And
Well, he's going to be
okay.
shaken.
Yep. All right. And so you are, let's see, I'm at plus. Where is it?
He's
All
going to
right, so
have
that's-
8.
No, he's going to have.
Oh, he's half dead. That's
four
right.
plus 2. So he's going to have
6.
7, 8, 9 for flank. And I'm going to be minus 3. So it's going to be plus 12. So it's going to be 1 to 2 plus 12.
1 to 2 plus 12. All right. That's
3-0.
That's
1
a
to 2
special
Oh,
result.
special.
Each side takes 2 losses.
And then the defender makes no. If there were a
No,
leader there, they would be a leader check, right?
Well, actually,
Because there's a little star there, but there's no leader
No.
there.
no. Actually, though, if you think about it, you yeah. Actually, I need to double check what I think of that because the way the leader loss chart works, it's possible it can affect a leader not in the immediate area.
right.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah.
well, yeah, because look at the leader loss chart there.
No. But
Fate-
it says no. That's not the leader loss table. We're looking at the one here for close combo special results. It says
I
play
understand.
this. Roll for leader
Yeah.
loss. Who gave the CV bonus to the units?
Okay, you're right. There
Right.
we go. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
So that's
All right, but there
different
is a-
than
No,
like
you're
the
right.
other
Yeah,
ones.
for fire
Yeah.
combat
Yeah.
for something like that. Okay, very
Yeah.
good. Okay. All right. So let's see. So you're at 25 and I'm at 44. So I roll first. And naturally, I mean, that obviously didn't even require explanation. What in the world?
It doesn't
Can't get
matter
there
which.
from here.
Doesn't matter which way you go. It's always the last one you
no,
want.
I'm trying to figure out when you do a right, click
Right.
on one of these markers,
Mm-hmm.
the last thing on there says decrease,
Right.
and then says it's got a caret like the control. So in other words, the keyboard shortcut is up, caret. So
Yeah.
that would be a control dead grave.
Oh yeah. That's weird.
What in the world does that mean? That's super strange.
Yeah, I'm looking at that
Alright.
too. That's weird.
Yeah. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. Do I move in?
Well, you have to roll for
actually.
pursuit points. Yeah.
Well, I mean, actually, yeah. Actually, if I had a brain in my head, I'd have done that. And That way you have no choice. You have to face that way, and you don't get any pursuit points because there's someone in your zone of control.
Well, I just have to face so that I can follow you, right? I could still follow you that way.
All right, fair enough.
All right. So I have pursuit points, 1 die. Let's see. 0.
It's a
No
special
pursuit
something.
points.
No, that means you got to roll on the pursuit special results table
Oh.
on the bottom left there.
Okay. 1 more
Roll
die.
another single die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What do I want? I want
Just roll. It doesn't matter.
bloodlust. Oh no.
6.
6. That's
Says
out
out of
of
control.
control.
Reroll and add
Reroll and
5
add
Add
5.
5.
to PP.
No recall possible. 7.
7 plus 5. That's going to be a lot.
Okay. Okay.
2.
But stop.
All right.
Okay. Well, wait a minute.
Okay.
So you're there, right? That was the defender's hex.
Yep.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about what happens here. Because you're going to continue advancing, and where do we see? So all right, I've still got what? I've still got 5 strength points left.
Yep.
So you're going to move forward 1, 2, 3, and what did we learn? Is there something? A retreated unit is eliminated when one of the following occurs: when the pursuing cavalry enters a retreat path hex occupied by the retreating unit, the retreating unit is eliminated. Okay, so you move 1 more into the hex where the guy is now.
Right.
And now,
I moved him on the edge so you could grab him, whatever.
That's fine. In either case, pursuit movement is ended if no recall has already been attempted. A recall disorder check is made. Any unused pursuit points may be used for free movement. Otherwise, the procedure goes to the pursuit completion step. Okay.
Right, so I have no recall as possible, so I can't.
But I'm trying to figure out what that means. What does it mean that no recall is possible? So we need to actually read and understand what the special event says in particular. And this is for pursuit.
So it says out of control. This is on page 10 of the expansion. Reroll for pursuit points, and the routed unit suffers 2 SP. No, that's bloodlust. Sorry. Reroll, add 5. No voluntary recall is allowed for the length of pursuit. Have the total PPs if disordered.
Okay.
Well,
all right. So no voluntary
recall
is allowed. Right. But and that's fine because up till now he had no choice about continuing.
Right.
So now he has gotten here, but now he does do a recall. And of course the recall is going to be at what, plus 20? Did you do 4?
He did
advance?
Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
4. Okay, so it's going to be at plus 20.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So he passes.
All good. All right, and because you got 12 pursuit points, you still have 8 free movement points to use. And again, remember, you can change facing twice during the course of your free movement. Any number of hex side changes, but only in 2 different hexes. And you got 8 more points to use, so you can turn, do 6, and then turn again, or any combination of that.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right. So 1, and I've got how many more? 8.
Well, I haven't seen you do anything yet.
Right.
Here, I'm going to move your guy out of the way. So I've moved
right here.
Right.
So I'm there. All right.
Right.
So how many?
Right.
Okay. So I had 4.
So
I had
you can
12. So I got 8 from here.
You got 8 left.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I can turn any way I want. Interesting. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's any number of facing.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4,
All
5,
right.
6, 7, and then yes, any number of hex facings from there. Yes.
So you could rotate and look back the way you just came, if that's what you want to do.
Rotate
Yeah.
and look back.
Yeah. As an example. Yeah.
All right. Not much of him left, but he's done his job.
He has done his duty. Grim Harbinger says, since when was this the charge of the Union Brigade with the worthless noise of the recall? Yeah, well, it's about as effective as the Union Brigade. So I'm getting a lot of Zorndorf feelings from this our current situation, Michael.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's quite plain. Of course, this is the first time I've ever played this game, but obviously everything Matthew said in his development notes about the new rules is very clear, because this doesn't resemble the battle at all.
Oh, no, not at all. Yeah.
Not even faintly.
Yeah.
The battle really got started at about 11.
Yeah.
And here we are, and frankly, as far as I'm concerned, the game's over.
Yeah. I would throw in the towel at this point. There's absolutely
There's
nothing we can do.
Yeah. I mean, the enemy has supremely powerful cavalry in the middle of your army.
Yep.
There's nothing useful to do at this point.
Yeah.
And that doesn't resemble the history at all.
Yeah. And
So
I don't
as
know
much as this
how.
might have been like
Yeah.
a giggle,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense.
Well, and our biggest issue was, I mean, just the way the Austrians are deployed at the very beginning. They've got
Yeah.
this whole infantry line is just hanging out in space,
Yeah.
and they got
Yeah.
nothing to defend. And I'm just like, who the hell deploys like this? You know?
Well,
Yeah.
but I'm okay with that, except
Well-
that in the actual history, the Prussians didn't know what was going on and couldn't be as bold as
Right.
David is being.
Right.
David's not doing the wrong thing based upon what he can see. The trouble
Yeah.
is he can see too much. And David's also kind of, able to be very cavalier about the vineyard because of the rule not requiring him to care about the vineyard and
Right.
so on. So, I mean, it kind of makes me wonder why people didn't have a problem with this game to a greater extent before these rules that just came out the other day. Because, I mean, this is kind of bizarre. People say it was a little heavily loaded towards the Prussians. I'm not sure how it's
A little.
Yeah. I think.
again, you know what I keep feeling though, and this is something because I keep thinking about Zorndorf,
Right.
and I keep thinking about what would make you behave differently at Zorndorf, and I keep thinking that you're taking, and again, David, you're not doing the wrong thing. I'm thinking the game is giving you strange choices, that you're taking these 14 and 15 effectiveness rating cavalry units and destroying them. And that's how you're starting the battle, right? Most of your infantry has not even smelled gunpowder yet. And most of your extremely elite cavalry are ravaged.
Oh, not really. I only have one of them that's real ravaged.
No. Well, no, it's the same one, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. It strikes me as there's a reason that real generals didn't do this, though. These guys were the coup de grace, not the guys that kicked the door down.
Well, historically, from what I recall with this, is that the Prussian cavalry did go in and attack the Austrians in the center, but the Austrians had pulled back, and so they were back here by this sunken road. And then there were guns there was artillery in the town. There were skirmishers in the town, firing in on the Prussian cavalry, and the Prussian cavalry got chewed up by the guns and hardly did much damage at all to the Austrian cavalry.
Okay.
So just
And-
given the way
and-
things were deployed, I mean, we had no way to do that because if I hadn't put anything out here, he would have just turned my infantry line because they were like
Exactly.
way out in
No,
space.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just everything happened much too quickly, and so there's no way for the Austrian initial setup to be successful.
Yeah.
So in the interest of screwing up even worse, let's go ahead and finish this activation, because these two guys were going to do close combat and lose against him and then rout.
Okay.
I mean, because really, what
Well,
else could go wrong
Can
at this
you
point?
can you even do it? He can retreat before combat, can't he? Because
Sure
he's
he can.
cavalry.
Yeah, sure he can.
Oh. Is there any penalty for him retreating before combat?
He has to do a morale check D at the end of it, but his cavalry's so good it won't matter.
So why would you risk your guys failing and being shaken and all that stuff for something that really isn't going to be of any profit to you?
Ah, no. I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference because his guys are way better than mine are. So
Yeah.
I mean, sure, yeah.
I mean, you're better off sitting there shooting at him, and maybe you'll get lucky and chip away a little bit.
Probably
but-
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've already chipped away at him a little bit, so
No,
Hold it.
don't kid yourself. So yeah, I mean, this has really been interesting. It's really been pretty enlightening to me in how, I mean, I hate to use that word because it's so frivolously used, but how broken the game feels.
Yeah, because we've only
I'm
this
not
was
sure how
the
that was
8 a.m.
supposed to work.
8 a.m. start time. So we played 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is the fifth turn.
This is the halfway through the fifth turn, and
Yeah.
already the Prussians have won at 9:20 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like that I should have even been more aggressive from my very first, and at this point that infantry I was kind of being cautious and not moving forward too quickly. But as I look back on it, I would have just gone full blown
Yeah,
with the
there's-
infantry
yeah.
up
Yeah.
through there too.
Right.
So,
So, well, okay, so that was entertaining. So the question is, do we want to download, reread the new rules, reset, and start again?
Well, I think it would
that
be. Yeah,
Because I think we'll find it's a very different game.
I would think. And the question is, do we want to start the 6 a.m. game or the because
6
if it's
a.m.
a-
That's even earlier.
exactly, which means the Austrians have time to actually get in some sort of spot as opposed to this lame ass
know if they-
deployment that
I
they
don't know
had
if
with
they
the
do or
other one.
not.
Where do the Prussians start further back then?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would, right? So let's
Yeah,
take
it
a look.
says
What
Prussian
are the
player
rules
deploys first on any hex west of hex row N17.
And now, are
and
you looking
north
at the
of
new
road
one?
hex. No. I'm just looking at the 6 a.m. start time as it's currently printed.
All right, so you're not
So-
looking at the new, because that may have changed in the new one too.
I'm furiously trying to go back through and find it.
Let's see.
So west on any hex west of this. So you basically be over here by Blinkina.
13.
So you'd have to be on 16, and then it says, and north of the road hex 1022. 1022. Oh, okay. So there's 1022. So
Okay,
basically
so-
anywhere along in this little thing. So it's quite a ways back from where the 8 a.m. start turn is.
Right. So I'm looking at the scenario 2 in the new version here.
Mm-hmm.
Starts at 6. Fog marker begins at 0. The end turn number is 8. Austrian units on the south map cannot be activated until Prussians move east of the 33XX row of hexes or they enter the south map. So that's important because
Right.
that means that really those guys like on the south map really don't get released much sooner than what was going to happen anyway.
Right.
That's just something for you to bear in mind, Eric.
Yeah.
Prussian units set up on or west of hex row 17, on or north of the road that runs from N1022 to N1718, can be set up in any formation. Field Marshal Brown sets up on the south map. Lacey sends up on Lobositz hexes, Haddock within 4 hexes of 5016.
So that's over here by kind of where he's
5016.
at right now.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
all right. Radicati's cavalry wing sets up on any hexes in hex rows north 69 and north 70 that are south of Elbe and north of the Mullenbach.
Yeah. So that's back
Okay.
here. Yeah. 69
And
and
then-
70 are way back
Okay,
here. Yeah.
all right.
Back there.
Yeah.
Okay. Lucchese's cavalry and Colorado cavalry are basically set up on or south of the road that runs from 5216 to 7008,
Right.
the south map. But again, they can't activate. And then you've got we got a smattering of grenadiers.
Yep.
We got the light infantry. We got the artillery. Okay. So, but the interesting part about that is really, I don't know how much it changes. It gives the Prussians the chance to revector their initial approach a little bit.
Right.
But until they reach Hex Row 33, the bulk of the Austrian forces can't move. Now, obviously, the ones in the north can move, and to your point, maybe could get into a better situation. But without the southern forces, we're still going to be pretty badly outnumbered in the short
Right.
term, right? However, remember, lots of important rules changes. Because let's take a look where the victory conditions are substantially different. All scenarios use the same victory conditions. +5 for control of Lobositz, that's for the Prussian. -2 for Austrian control of hexes east of the sunken road. Not really sure what that means. I hope he explains it better.
So read that one more time.
All right, it says -2 for Austrian control of hexes east of the sunken road.
Okay. So
So
the
that
sunken
would be
road's the
those-
one that's here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, what, any of them? Is that what he's trying to say? I mean, that seems weird. I hope he's explaining it better. Then you take the number of losses from the Austrians, and it's only losses, not routed.
Right.
Divide by 15. That's how many victory points the Prussians get. So Austrian takes 189 losses. That's 12 victory points. Okay, and then 5 for Lobositz, -2 for Austrian control of hexes east of the sunken road. And then you would subtract the Prussian losses divided by 15. So losses are important here
Right.
on both sides. +1 for each Austrian command from the south map that enters any of the marsh hexes, Solowitz, or any north map hex west of Solowitz. And that victory condition is not applicable in scenario 3, but it would be in this one, which would be the 6 a.m. that we're proposing, which is scenario 2. And so then at that point, the Prussians need 10 for a minor victory. And so most of the way you're getting points is either control of Lobositz or Austrians moving units from the south map, and then the difference in casualties. So really, if the Austrians move heavily up north, that kind of washes. I mean, that kind of enhances the control of Lobositz. So in other words, if you're moving a lot of guys north, you're really counting on holding Lobositz,
Right.
right? And if you're just assuming that you're not going to, then you maybe stay on the other side of the river and hope to inflict more casualties than you're that you're going to get. The game ends on the 5 p.m. game turn or any turn that an army's morale level is plus 15 or higher. That's actually a pretty low number, plus 15. If a side reaches plus 15, the affected army will quit the field. The game ends, victory points are totaled, and the winner has the victory shifted 1 row in their favor. Both sides reach plus 15 or more on the same turn. There is no VP level shift. And then if the Prussian player controls Lobositz and Sulowitz and the Loboschberg vineyard has been cleared, the Prussian player wins an automatic victory. Total VPs for the degree of victory and shift that level 1 row in the Prussians' favor. Make this determination on the first game turn of each hour during the army morale check phase. Okay, all right. And then E, another rule. If a player controls Lobositz, Sulowitz, and the hexes east of the sunken road by being the last one to have a non-routed, non-Grenzer in-command infantry unit in the hexes listed. Oh, and there are some specific hexes now. If both of the hexes in a village are on fire, as a Prussian unit in any hex of the village, the Prussians are considered to control the village. If all the hexes in the village are on fire, the Prussian player controls the village. Otherwise, the Austrian player controls the village. All victory hexes start the game under Austrian control. Okay, so I'm thinking this must have something to do with the hexes east of the sunken road. That refers to 5820 to 5824.
So that basically the ones that are just
it's literally
behind.
the ones immediately behind the sunken road. Okay,
Yep.
so that's the
5
ones that
hexes.
okay.
All right,
Okay.
so
So if a player controls 2 specific hexes in Lobositz, 2 specific hexes in Sulowitz, and the hexes east of the sunken road. Oh, where's needs to be a verb in that sentence. I'm really, I see. This is describing what it means to control Lobositz. That's what this is. This is definitional. So 5716.
Which is right here?
Oh, no, it's just below the church. You're
Yeah,
right.
just below the
You're
church,
right.
yeah.
All right, that hex and 5313.
That one
which
right
is
there.
This night. Those are the 2 hexes that dictate control of Lobositz. However, if both of the hexes in that village are on fire, and there's a Prussian unit in any hex of the village, the Prussians are considered to control the village. And if all the hexes of the village are on fire, the Prussians control the village.
Right.
how do you get the hexes on fire?
It explains it somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yep.
So,
No, just curious.
but it's interesting. Just I'm thinking about gaming this out because it really suggests that the Prussians are totally just burn the place. Because it's like burning it's as good as taking it. So why not just burn it, right?
Yeah.
Sounds very Prussian. All right, and then Sulowitz is going to be hex 4732. Which one
Which is this one right there, yeah.
Okay, and then 4434.
4434, which is the church.
Oh, the church. Okay.
Yeah.
So similarly there then, control those two and it's yours. Burn the whole thing down and it's yours.
Right.
Or if you burn both of them down and there any Prussian unit in town, then that's good enough. And then there's the hexes, the ones right behind the sunken road,
sunken
which are
road.
worth 2 to the Austrians.
2 for each hex, or 2 for any?
I don't think so.
Just 2 points if you've got somebody there.
Literally, all it says is -2 for Austrian control hexes east of sunken road. It doesn't say for each. It does not say for each.
Right.
And then in this paragraph E, it says player controls ... the hexes east of the sunken road by being the last one to have a non-routed, non-Grenzer in-command infantry unit in the hexes listed. It kind of feels like you kind of have to have been the last one to be in all of them to get the points, is how I would take it. So that's interesting. So controlling those buys the Austrians 2. But controlling Lobositz gives the Prussians 5. And
so where do you find this? Because I'm at the Battles of the Age of Reason thing, and it shows there's charts that look like they were updated in March, but the revisions of the rules and order of battle are all showing the date is 2024.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's them.
But are those the ones that you were talking about that are brand new that just got redone?
So what was weird is, yes, those are the same dates of what I downloaded. I think that the last modified date is a bit of a misnomer.
Okay.
I don't think that's the date he posted them. I think he posted all of these on March 14th. But I think he actually did a save to the charts on March 14th before he uploaded them, where the other ones, he actually did the play testing for this like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I don't know. I think he said he wasn't perfectly satisfied with it, and he kept thinking he'd get back to it, but he never did. And he finally said, this is dumb because the game doesn't play very well right now. And these guys who spent a lot of time play testing it deserve to have me like publish their work, right? And so that's what he did. So that's why the dates seem a little weird. But those revision rules from October of 2024, those are the ones I have right here.
Right. So it looks like they got a scenario that starts at 9 a.m. Right. They have a scenario that starts at 6 a.m. They have a scenario that starts at 10 a.m.
Yes. Yes. So you're saying that scenario 1 actually just starts an hour later?
That's what it's saying, right? Scenario 1, when I'm looking at it, it says Battle of Lobositz. This scenario begins at 9 a.m.
Interesting.
And lasts until 5. The fog marker is at level 3. End of turn is 8.
Yeah.
Prussian player sets up first.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that is his method of getting the battle to start slower. He's starting the battle an hour later.
Right.
And the end turn marker is 8, which is really low.
Right.
So and then there's some other rules that are important. Let's make sure that we got those understood because they matter. We actually have some explicit rules about cavalry skirmishers. That's good. There's On page 5, there is a section called Burning Down the House, which is all about setting fire to the villages. 2.7 is vineyards. The vineyards are very different. The vineyards are, artillery and cavalry cannot enter vineyard hexes. Infantry can only be in skirmish if they're eligible, or general order in a vineyard hex.
Ah, okay.
So that's going to change a lot about the behavior in the vineyard.
Right.
And the presence of Austrian units in the Lobosberg vineyard affects Prussian command control. In scenarios 1 and 2, the Prussian army leader has a wing activation of 9 and a command rating of 1. If at the start of any turn, the Prussians have a 3-to-1 or better ratio of non-routed combat units, not strength points, units, in the Lobosberg vineyard hexes from N1811 to N45 hex row, then all Prussian army leaders' values permanently change to their normal values. Okay, let me say that again. When the battle starts,
Right.
Frederick's wing activation is a 9 and his command rating is a 1, a +1.
Mm-hmm.
So Brown is actually a +3 to him.
Right.
And so there won't be any wings, and there won't be very many Prussian activations. And remember, the end turn is 8, so it's going to happen fast.
Right.
So the Prussians are going to be strongly motivated to get a
clear
lot
the-
of units up in that vineyard and drive, at least get enough units up in the vineyard that you can release yourself to be able to start dealing with the rest of the battlefield. And so it's clear that this needs to be the Prussians' first priority.
Right.
General order in the vineyard, and I think that's the biggest changes. There may be some other subtle ones, but that's the ones that really change the nature of the game, is that the Prussians have to go slower and they have to deal with the vineyard before anything else, because they just won't have enough activations
Right.
to do a lot else until then. And I think that's his method of trying to get the battle to start later.
Right.
And I kind of like the way he did it, honestly, because he's making you worried just like Frederick did.
Right.
That the last thing he needs is Austrians up on that hill, kind of getting around behind him.
Right. Cutting his line of communication.
Getting onto his line of communication, because that's his path back to Saxony.
Right.
So that's not comfortable. So I got to make sure that I've got those guys brushed off that vineyard before I can then focus on what I really want to do. And then what they were trying to explain with the victory points for the Austrian commands that come north of the marsh is that Brown wasn't really looking for a general engagement here. And this is in his development notes that he gave for this, that Brown really wasn't trying to go for a full-on battle here.
Yeah.
He wanted to lure Frederick away from Pirna, Saxony, because remember, the Saxons haven't surrendered yet.
Right.
They surrender shortly after this battle is over. He wants to lure Frederick away with minimal losses to himself. And so the Prussians were feeling their way slowly through the fog and mist, and the Austrians were pretty content with that.
Right.
And so to address these issues, the end turn number was reduced. The end turn track was shortened. Oh, I hadn't even looked at that, but it's probably true. Where's the end turn track? I must have it here somewhere. The end turn track.
Is it under charts? Let's see.
Probably should be under charts. Yeah, it should be.
No, I don't see it in the charts. Maybe,
Where is
wait a minute. I
it?
might be looking at the wrong charts. Just as I'm looking
Well,
at the
it's
ones
not
where
in the revised rules.
Well, that's weird because I definitely saw one. So where was it?
charts.
Come on. Charts. I think I must have printed part of this twice because I can't figure out why.
Yes, there it is. It's in the charts PDF.
It's in the chart package. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so what does that look like? What?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So in the in basically the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock turn, if you get to 6 is your last one before you hit the end turn. And then from 11 to 2 o'clock, the best you can get is to a 7 before you hit the end of the turn.
Okay.
So yeah, things are going to go clipping
good.
along.
No, that's good. And with 8, it means nearly every activation. I mean,
Yeah.
most activations.
Yep.
So you're not going to get very many activations. I don't know. It's interesting because to me it makes it like, okay, now I'm a little bit more in the mind of the two leaders and what they knew and what they wanted out of this
Right.
day. And then I think we end up with something that potentially looks a lot more like the real battle and less like this kind of weird, goofy pastiche that we just finished.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can give it a shot. I, however, am going to be gone next weekend. I am, as I said, flying off to beautiful Portugal on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be back the following Saturday, the 5th of April. So I'll see what sort of shape I'm in, and then maybe
that's right. Yeah.
Maybe I'll still
coming
be
back
on.
West is a whole lot easier than going east, though. So,
Yeah.
But that's just me.
So I'll let you guys know what sort of shape I'm in to join you guys on Sunday the 6th, I guess.
All right. So Bill is not in Discord anymore. I was curious if he had any questions.
Well, it's pretty late. Oh, he probably didn't get didn't disconnect. Yeah.
Bill. Have any questions?
Yeah. All right. Well, this was a interesting.
Yeah.
Just like okay, and this reminds me, looking at like the setup, it's like okay, you're doomed from the start practically, kind of like what you had with Zorndorf.
Exactly, and that is how I felt from the very first setup of Zorndorf. Is I'm like, how does this not turn into a disaster? And what tools do I have that would alleviate the disaster? And I never did come up with any, did I?
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is that given how quickly things are going to be happening, I mean, it's a 3-player game, but I mean, one player is just going to be maybe lucky to move anything at all any given session.
That's okay. You know what? Albert was over here today. Paul and I played Saint-Foy, and I mean, Albert just sat and chatted with us.
Okay.
Because John was out of town.
Okay.
Albert didn't have a playing partner, and so. But you know what? I mean, it's just. I mean, this is about hanging out with your friends as much as it is anything else.
Indeed.
Did you? Eric, did you get a hold of Albert?
No, I hadn't tried to call him or anything like that. I'll send him an email.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, when I tried calling him, I'd gotten like a weird message. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we talked about that last week. That you had like some puzzlement over. Did you have the right phone number? Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you again, and have yourself a great time in Portugal. That's a hoot.
Yeah. No, I'll send you guys some photos.
Very good.
So
Very good.
Yeah. So cool.
So we resume in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, or maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Let's see.
depending on how
But
woozy
that'll
Eric
give
is feeling.
everybody a chance to at least take a look at the
Exactly.
updated rules, and
Right.
and then I guess what we would play is scenario 1.
Well, that's a good point because we don't. I mean, we can do one absolutely. If you'd like to do one, let's just do one. That's fine.
Well, then
or-
we're comparing apples to apples.
Well, no, because we did scenario 2 this time. We started at 8.
Oh,
So
did we?
scenario
Was there a
2,
different
which is the one that starts at 9, might actually be the better parallel. Because we didn't start at 6 today.
No, we did not. But I thought we played scenario 1, which is the 8 a.m. start time.
Well, okay. So now what?
Did they rearrange them too? Now I'm confused.
No,
Yeah,
so scenario 1 is, but it starts at 9 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock. So in the new revised one, scenario 1, instead of starting at 8 o'clock, which is what is in the
Okay,
expansion,
yes. Yes, I
right?
see what you're
Instead,
saying.
it is starting
Yes.
at 9. So it's
Okay.
still numbered as scenario 1.
Okay, so the
Um,
basic one starts at 9 instead of 8,
Correct.
and then scenario 2 is the 6 a.m. start for both.
Yes.
Yes, that is correct. And then scenario 3
And
is
then
Brown
scenario 3 is
Sphere.
Brown Sphere, which is the same one as in the revised.
And I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that there are any big changes there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So which one did you want to do? Scenario
I thought
1.
scenario 1, yeah, because that's
Okay,
the
all
same
right,
one.
perfect,
So
great. Then
if
we'll
we're-
start at 9,
Yeah.
and it'll be a lot like the one we did. Perfect.
yeah. That way
Makes
we can
good sense to me.
compare and contrast.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
All right,
Okay.
campers. Always a pleasure. Have yourselves a fine week, and we'll talk.